On this episode of Destination Dare, Dare County is working to become a dementia-friendly community. The Town of Manteo invites you to come out and check out the farmers market. The Town of Nags explains how to host a large event. The Town of Kitty Hawk has a pilot program for large item pickups. The Town of Southern Shores wants you to be safe with these traffic tips. And the Town of Duck has some information on recycling. All that on this episode of Destination Dare. Dare County is working hard to provide a dementia-friendly community. Here's a look at how they're doing it.
One in 10 people aged 65 and older in the United States have Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States, and it's the only in the top 10 that has no cure and no survivors. Every 65 seconds, someone is diagnosed with Alzheimer's. In 2013, a community health assessment was done by the hospital and by the health department. It was determined then that there were not enough services on the Outer Banks for those with dementia and their caregivers. Hence, the Dementia Task Force was formed. Dementia Task Force is made up of 12 volunteers, and they're community folks. We have folks from Department of Social Services, from the police department, from Sheriff's Office. We've partnered with other organizations and community businesses to provide the resources and services to the Outer Banks.
I'm Jan Collins, and I am a member of the Dementia Task Force as a result of having cared for my mother for 8 years who had Alzheimer's disease. The Dementia Task Force was formed to be helping hands to caregivers, and by that we mean we are there to assist loved ones caring for people with dementia in many different avenues. One is with support, and the other is to also provide assistance with respite care, and also to do seminars so that they can go to and hear from other people, other professionals on the care of loved ones. The goal of the Dementia Task Force was to get the hospital involved in becoming the first dementia-friendly hospital in all of North Carolina. And then secondly, we're trying to get the restaurants to become dementia-friendly, and we now have 10 restaurants that are dementia-friendly. Our goal is to reach the businesses, especially the pharmacies and the grocery stores. And then if we do this, the community will become maybe one of the first dementia-friendly communities in all of North Carolina.
We've been on a journey to become dementia-friendly. And what dementia-friendly means is that we've taken a different approach to a patient that has a cognitive disorder. And part of that journey was educating all of the staff, and that includes every person that the patient would come in contact with, from registration to your dietary staff. Any person that would have contact with this patient would be aware of what a cognitive disorder patient would be. We also found out, how do we tell our staff that this is a cognitive disorder patient, a dementia patient? So we used a seahorse. And the seahorse symbol comes from the hippocampus in the brain, which is the part of your brain that has that memory storage. And then purple is your color for Alzheimer's. So the Dementia Task Force of Dare County came up with that symbol. And then we brought it here to the hospital, and we put it on the patient doors, we put it on the patient charts, and just that visual cue can tell any person in the hospital, because now they've all been educated, to approach that patient a little bit differently.
We need to get more people involved. We need to have people that understand dementia, and we want to give those resources out to people, but we need people to know we're there, and they need to know what our services and what resources we have available, how we can help them.
What you are doing with this organization is you are bringing the realization to people that they do matter, that it's okay to be with that person with dementia, and in fact, you should seek that person out because they still are who they are, even though their brain or their conversation wouldn't be the same.
This has always been one of my passions. I know people talk about passions, but in 1990 I started working in assisted living community and have worked in one for the last almost 30 years now. And 5 years after that, my dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. It's funny how you get put in a certain place so that you can help those that need help. And that's what's important. I've been with many folks in the hospital or in situations where they needed that assistance, they needed that one-on-one attention. And all you have to do is give them a hug and a smile and sing with them, and you've made their day.
Dementia and cognitive disorders are affecting and will affect every person. You will either live with someone, be a caregiver for someone, work with someone, interact with someone that has cognitive disorders. We must respond to it as a community, as a person, and as a hospital. It's going to happen, it is happening, it's a growing population. It has to be addressed.
It's time for the return of the Maggio Farmers Market, and here's an open invitation to come on down and check it out.
For over a decade, the Manteo Farmers Market has been a staple event of the Dare County community. The market currently hosts over 50 full-time vendors selling everything from pottery, flowers, baked goods, and artwork. The farmers market is held rain or shine on Saturday mornings from 8 a.m. till noon, starting in mid-May and running through October. The market is popular with residents and visitors alike and is a great opportunity for locals to see one another during the busy summer season.
I'm Caitlin Kite. I'm here at the Manteo Farmers Market. It's beautiful today. We're happy to be here. There's so many talented vendors. I've never seen it this busy. There's eggs, there's coffee, lots of art. So I'm happy to be in good company. I would definitely recommend anyone in the Outer Banks to come out here. It's a beautiful event.
One thing that I've had a whole lot of fun with is with some of the other vendors is the barter system. I traded a dozen eggs for a basket of squash. Last week I traded 3 dozen eggs for a bottle of wine. And that's just so much fun, but I have just met through my business so many wonderful people, and they're friends now. It's been really, really rewarding.
The farmers market is held on the downtown waterfront in the George Washington Creek Park, right in front of the Marshes Lighthouse. If you're interested in becoming a vendor for the farmers market, visit the Town of Manteo's website for a registration form.
Thinking of hosting an event in Nags Head? Here's what you need to know.
I'm Michelle Gray, and I'm the Deputy Town Clerk, and I'm your first point of contact for crowd gathering permits. If you're planning a large event and the public is invited and you're expecting 100 people or more, we have on our website the application form with all the criteria. When filling out the permit request, we require a site plan, meaning if you're having some canopy tents, we would need to have that drawing. And also a parking plan, and it could be off-site parking. And if you're having a large tent over 400 square feet, we'd require a tent inspection by the fire department. You may need public safety assistance, meaning off-duty police officers. And if you're having a generator, we require an inspection for that too, because public safety is the town's #1 concern. Keep in mind, if you're planning to have vendors, we require a vendor application, and that is included in the application package. A wedding is considered a private event. The town only requires a crowd permit for events that are open to the public. Now, if you're having a large wedding, we do request that you have a parking plan, and so you could contact the town for that information.
After you've submitted the application is forwarded to our department heads for their review and comments. And then ultimately the town manager approves or denies the permit. If you're interested in having an event at the town of Nags Head, our information for the crowd gathering permit is on our website, or you can call me, Michelle Gray, at the town of Nags Head, and I'll be glad to help.
The town of Kitty Hawk has started a pilot program to increase the number of large item pickups each year.
The town of Kitty Hawk has introduced a pilot program to increase the number of large item pickups from 2 to 4 times per year. Dates will be set in the months of February, May, September, and November. The dates for the pickups will be announced on the town website, email notification list, and the town's newsletter. To receive these notifications, please contact Kitty Hawk Town Hall at 252-261-3552 or email info@kittyhawktown.net. There will be no pickups scheduled during the summer months. In preparation for the pickup, residents should place their items in the right-of-way for collection. Items that can be collected are furniture, mattresses, and box springs, old tires, appliances, scrap metals, electronics, and waste motor oil in a container. Metal and general debris should be separated. Items not accepted are household garbage, hot tubs and covers, vegetative debris, hazardous materials, construction debris, and glass items. Brush and vegetative debris pickup will occur separately in the months of April and October. Town residents are welcome and encouraged to utilize the recycling center located at 4190 Bob Perry Road, next to the Dare County Boat Ramp, to dispose of large items at their convenience. Please contact the Town Hall for hours and requirements. For more information, contact the town at 252-261-3552.
These traffic tips will help you stay safe and get around easier this summer in the town of Southern Shores.
Here's your ticket. Have a nice day, Bob. Oh, hey, Jim.
Hey, Officer Jones. Did you get a speeding ticket, Bob? You know, Bob, in the summertime, the DOT changes the speed limit from 45 to 35.
I know that, Jim.
You know, there's a few traffic tips you should know when it gets busy in the summer. Right, Officer Jones?
That's right, Jim.
Like stopping at a crosswalk when a pedestrian is committed to crossing.
Very important.
I also see you don't have a Southern Shores parking permit on your windshield, Bob.
I've been busy.
Well, you're not going to be able to park at any of the designated parking spots, Bob.
I'd hate to have to give you another ticket, Bob.
I'll be sure to get one.
There's also some signs in town that indicate that you can't turn right on red on certain days.
The traffic can back up very quickly, so no tailgating, Bob.
I don't tailgate.
That's not what I've heard.
I'll be on my way, Jim.
You got to be careful driving, Bob. You know, there's pedestrians out here. They're traveling on the side streets and on Route 12. They might not know that they need to yield. You can never be too cautious.
I'm always cautious.
Tell that to your speeding ticket.
Have a good day, Jim.
You too, Officer Jones.
The Town of Southern Shores Police Department would like to remind all residents and visitors to have a safe summer and obey our traffic laws. Thanks for watching.
The town of Duck talks about recycling.
Beautiful as it is on the Outer Banks, there is still pollution that we all have to deal with. In the town of Duck, we do various things to reduce the waste stream. Recently, the town hosted a Soundside cleanup, and many volunteers came to help us clean up the area behind the town hall and along the boardwalk. We found many types of plastics, metals, and other types of trash. This is always a wake-up call, and there are ways that you can help, starting with proper recycling.
The Town of Duck's recycling program is available to all residential and commercial property owners. To request a new or extra recycling container, or to report a lost or damaged can, call or email the Town Hall. Curbside recycling is collected every Monday from May 1st to October 31st, and then only the first and third Mondays from November 1st through April 30th. Place your container at the curb facing the street no later than 5 a.m. on pickup day, and leave 3 feet of clearance around it. Please pour or wipe out contents of cans and bottles before recycling. Place materials loosely in the container and please do not overfill it. After pickup, roll your container back from the curb as soon as possible. Items not accepted are plastic bags, motor oil containers, bags of garbage, styrofoam, automotive, poison, or pesticide containers, food containers such as pizza or to-go boxes, yard waste, and tanglers such as cords and wires.
In addition to proper recycling, another great way to keep plastic out of our waterways is to look at the Ocean Friendly Establishment Initiative. The Town Council recently passed a resolution in favor of this initiative, which has restaurants and businesses voluntarily agree to only serve straws when asked, or to reduce their use of other single-use plastics.
Ocean-friendly establishments are businesses that are committed to reducing single-use plastics by voluntarily reducing their use of plastic straws and plastic bags. To become one, you can email us at outerbanksofe@gmail.com. And from there, we can meet with you about what you're interested in doing, whether it's straws or bags. So when you become one, you will receive a certificate that you can hang anywhere you would like in your business. So that way customers know that you're committed to helping protect our oceans.
Town of Duck wishes to thank all of the residents and visitors for helping keep our town clean and beautiful.
That's all the time we have for this episode of Destination Dare.